Welcome to another process video, little Freddy. Let's do some slow stitching. I'm making a little tag shaped journal with fabric. So a little mini fabric journal so we can do some slow stitching in it. I made after making the ones out of clothes labels and luggage labels yesterday, I thought if you can make something out of fabric, out of paper, you can make it out of fabric. So let me pull you a bit closer and let me show you, it's just my process, how I do it. I haven't even stitched it together yet, so come a little bit closer and let me show you. Just before we start slow stitching, I just want to get something ready for the inside pages. Now, if you haven't got any bird fabric, if you want to do like a little bird, I'm going to make a bird's nest later. If you haven't got any bird fabric or little bird appliques, I think mine have all gone now. I've got a bird on, and you can have tissue paper or napkin, or you could print out on thin paper from the internet if you want to. I'm going to let's just put those bits in the bin. I've just got my mixture of PVA glue and water here, and just on some cotton fabric I'm going to put some glue now. You can use your glue of choice, I'm sure, and you can get proper Mod Podge probably for this. Let's pop that down on there. There we are. And we can sew that on later. Do I want the branches? Probably not. I'll put that in my pile for my little mini journal that I'm making. I was thinking of something else. Oh, I know. I'm going to stamp. I'm just going to stamp on this fabric, and it's going to be, when we come to decorate a page, it's going to be ready for us. There we are. This is my Stays on ink. Not that it doesn't run if it gets wet. Not that I'm going to wash this at all. So there we are on a bit that I haven't got the glue, just to stamp on the fabric there. You might want to stamp some words out while you've got that there. I'm just thinking that. I'll do that later. I'll add words later. So that can go over to dry, ready to stitch. Right, well, here we are. Here is one I made earlier. There. So I drew round a luggage label. Let me show you what I was using here to do this. I'm still using up this old fleece, so I cut round to make a tag shape. There we are. So I just cut round there, or you can use batting or wadding or canvas or denim, whatever you've got. That makes the cover. And you can see I've done little scrappy patchwork. So I've got my trusty little owl bag here and it's got lots of little bits and pieces in it. So I popped that on my lap, and you can see that this is some of the fleece. I haven't finished it all, so you can see what I do. So I'm covering up this fleecy bit. So I'm going to take another little bit of scrap here and sew it on. Now, I find slow stitching very relaxing. There's no right or wrong. As I do say each time, yeah, if you know fancy stitches and they come easily to you, it's like muscle memory, isn't it? And that can be a comfort. It can be a comfort to you, stitches that you learnt years ago. But if you haven't got those stitches in your mind, in your memory, do just ordinary stitches. There's no right or wrong. It makes it, it's got a lovely organic look to it, slow stitching. Let's just snip that bit off. Reach into my, oh, I've got my basket here. Took that up to bed last night. I've got my scissors there. Just chop that bit off, and that can go, oops, sorry, wibbly wobbly. That can go back in my owl bag. Meljoy gave me that ages ago. She got it from a jumble sale for me. Here we are. So yeah, that's basically what I was doing last night. Tired. I was going to say nice and tired. I was nice and tired after my day. And sitting up in bed with my glasses on. Actually, that reminds me, let me put those on now. Yeah. Doing this. This is lovely to start my day with you. How nice. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. There we are. And there's just one more bit to fill up there. You can see where the fleecy material is. And I've put some of that lovely blue lace down there. And I can come in and decorate this cover. It would look lovely with a button or a yo-yo. We might choose one later. We'll see how we do for time. I've got a lovely heart-shaped button there from Journey. That's lovely. Could use that one. Or I've got a button on a card. I'd quite like the mixture of fabric and... yeah. Okay, so let me show you now how let's put that needle away, how I made the pages. So if you get yourself some ordinary fabric, so you will want to be making the pages, the page tag, if you can see, is just that little bit. I haven't got measurements because it depends on the size of tag you use, but let me tell you what the measurements of my one is. It's 4 3/4 by 2.5. So, and then I make the inside pages just that little bit smaller, if you can see. So I've got this lovely cotton fabric that my Auntie Jennifer gave me. I think that's lovely. And in between the pages, I've got lots of dog hair. No, that's optional. Oh dear, Freddie. And I've got wadding or batting, or you can use whatever you've got, denim, old linen, an old fleece. So I'm sandwiching these together to make the pages. So there we are. there we are. I've got a sandwich page there, and I'm popping that in my tag. This is gorgeous, this pink fabric from Jennifer. I think she made one of her grandchildren curtains in this pink fabric. I've got a feeling she said it was Laura Ashley. So, and then I've got another little wadding sandwich there. So I'm popping that on. So shall we now sew this together like we did the tag journal yesterday? I'm going to use these clips. Maljoy gave me these. They're jolly handy. I think they call them quilting clips. So let's find the middle. Let me see. How will I find the middle? I'm very roughly here. Right, so let's do a pamphlet stitch. Let's get a longer piece of thread. I've got this gorgeous tealy green colour. So I'm going to pop that in the middle. Just a pamphlet stitch, really. I think this will show up quite nicely how the pamphlet stitch is done. But there's lots of videos on it. So leave a little tail and then come up that way, another stitch. That's 2. The 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and then you go down here there we are, like this. Now you might find your own ways to do this, and I love that. Last week when I made the pouch, I had some very helpful comments. The little stitch and go kit, I had some very helpful comments in there. So I am quite a beginner at actually constructing things. And then you put these two either side of that, and then you tie it off. And that gives me these lovely ends. And these would be great for little charms or beads. That would be lovely. So there we are. Shall we open it up? Shall we open it up and have a little look? Oh, I love that. Absolutely love it. And you can trim your you can trim these if you think they're too big or hang over. I rather like that. Shall we put a closure on this? So on a tag you have like a little hole, don't you? Now if you've got hole reinforcers you can use those. I don't, so you can use a brad if you want to. I think I'm just going to go ahead and snip. Going to make like a V. Like that. And I think I will stitch round that hole later to reinforce it. Give it some stitches maybe, just like this. Just under, over. And now you could do a proper buttonhole stitch if you wanted to. That would be lovely. I think a buttonhole stitch is a little bit like a blanket stitch. You go over like that. Maybe. But because this is slow stitching and characterful, like that. Oh yes, something like that. So I will go in and do that later, but let's find a ribbon to go on that, shall we? I think I had one in my little basket. That's the thread. Oh, I've actually got some little piece of sari silk that I was saving. Let's see how long it is. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's lovely. Shall we thread that through? Wow, it's going to be beautiful. Like that, just like a tag. It is a tag, a fabric tag. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, and the buttonhole, the stitching hardly shows on that, but I think it will reinforce it. Shall we see how that looks? So there's our tag. But it's not just a tag, it's a little journal. Isn't that lovely? Now, will that be enough to do it up? Just about. I might have to tie some other threads on there, but yeah, that'll tie it up. Oh, it's lovely. Let's do a page. Is the butterfly upside down? Where is the butterfly? Oh no, it's flying outwards. That's lovely. Let's make a page. So I'm now going to work with this little bit here. And then another time I can work on this page, and then eventually I will sew these two together with the wadding in between to get a nice quilted page, really. If I'm not explaining it properly, do let me know in comments. I have a whole bag of little bits and pieces that I collect, but the other day when I was slow stitching hearts in the lounge, I've got all these aren't all leftover threads, but I've got all this. And how lovely these little snippets are. Little snippets, a lot of them are, but aren't they a lovely colour? I've got golds and little leftover threads. How lovely. I think just some of these are a bit longer. It's a muddle. But sometimes it gets late and you just want to pack up. So it's a mixture of threads I can use and little bits and pieces. Oh. There we are, that'll be fine. Now, I learnt this from there we go, there's a thread from today, our wonderful Lizzie Brewer. This is what she does, and I'm just going to do it. I've done it so many times. I do this on hearts. Just cut them up. This is a joy. This is very relaxing, actually. Cut as many times as you find relaxing. And then I've got some netting here. Let me cut a piece of netting. This is a Lizzie Brewer. I will link below. I'm going to do it in the middle page because for now it seems to be opening up nicely for when I'm showing you. There's a little bird's nest. I think Flo did a bird's nest like this with glue in her journal last week. And you pop the netting. Here's the netting. I think you might call it tulle. Do you call it tulle? There we are. You pop that over, and then there you go. I'm just taking the cotton page. Then I get my needle, and sew. Stab it right through. If there's bits that fall out, don't worry. But this is gorgeous. The little magical bird has picked up all these threads from the desk, and little gold threads in there as well. I'm pushing some underneath with my needle. These are all leftover little bits from making hearts of love too. So it's nice that they go in here. So what else can you put in your little slow stitch journal? I can show some more next week. I could make another page next week. Let me know what you'd like me to do. I'm definitely going to be sewing lots of buttons in here. Some vintage, and maybe a little sock mushroom maybe, and some hearts, some fabric hearts. And I will be printing words on fabric. There we are. There's my little bird's nest. I'll do some more sewing on him this later. Let's just tidy that up. Isn't that lovely? Learned from my lovely Lizzie Brewer. And I will, this isn't dry yet, but I will cut the bird out and the bird can sit on the nest. He's a bit big, isn't he, this bird? I might have to find a smaller bird. That's something I can be doing later, yes. Yes, I might have to find, this bird can go on another page. I'll have to find a smaller bird for this page. Cut out the mushroom. Lovely. And it's just a case of, I just fray the edges here, like this. Quite like the frayed edge as opposed to the that's just to give you an idea of some of the things I'm going to put in there. Is that upside down? No, that's fine. And there's maybe a mushroom page. Let's pin that there. There we are. That just gives you an idea. And oh, I love that heart button. I think that might go beautifully on the front cover. So I think you sort of get the idea now. So I will chat to you. Yeah, let's chat face to face, and I'll do a little bit more sewing while we have a chat. There's a plan. Got my little owl bag on my lap. It's lovely that we can, oh, there's my fig biscuit here. My fig Newton, my fig biscuit. Or fig roll we used to call them, I think. That's lovely. Ah, nice gentle start. Yeah, there's that tissue bird. He's all got stuck. Let's put him somewhere to dry over there. I'm thinking, I've got this lovely fabric from Alicia. Let's just draw a bird. I've got this pen that you can heat iron off. Is it working? Yeah. It disappears. Just little rough outline. There we are. And he can sit on his little nest. I'm going to cut him out. And then sew him on. Do you know, it's so lovely that we can, I always say it, spend this little bit of extra time together. Oh, just let's make sure we're not. Sometimes we rush, even at the things that are relaxing to us. We find ourselves, our shoulders bunching over. And we need to just make sure we're sat correctly and slow ourselves down. A little breath, just like Freddie. Freddie can be our example. He gives lovely deep breaths when he's relaxing. He's gathering energy, I think. Gathering energy for the walk. Oh, he looks sweet. That's beautiful fabric. Thank you, Alicia. And how wonderful. As I say about the stitches, don't think, oh, I can't draw, or let me show you this little bird here. There's the little bird. He's perfect. He's just, you can have a little bead as an eye, and he's, yes, let's call him organic. So I'm going to pin him on. There we are. So, how lovely. So this is something else now. There's little Freddie getting comfy. There he is. Oh, he's all comfy. Comfy on his crochet blanket. Do that up. And this little, I can do more things in it. This little tag journal, I will have to make these little ties a little bit longer. I love the silk, so I will find something that I can, there we are, I can put in my little kit. I've got some things in here that I can put on. I've got the little houses, an owl to pop in, some lace and flowers, so I'm all set up. Wind it up in there, and I'm in the middle of doing another heart of love there. Pop that in my basket. And that's all ready now to go to Ben's tomorrow. I think I will, while I'm here, you could write on the fabric. If you've got lovely writing, even if you haven't got lovely writing, you could write on there. Or you can stamp letters if you've got individual letters or ink stamps. So I'll do that later. Let me put that there to remind me. I like to set things up. Ah, lovely. Shall we choose another ATC of the day? We had this one lovely one yesterday from Esther Thompson. Let's choose another one. There's Flow and Marigold, Hibiscus. You've already got a job, haven't you? You look after the box of ATC cards. Thanks for that. Just like a lucky dip of beautiful art from all over the world. Oh, how lovely. Today's one is from Meljoy. Oh, it's lovely. I'll pop it there. Love your thinking. It's great. Thanks, Melanie. Wonderful. Right, shall we light a candle? I think that would be lovely. Those will just go back in that box. I'm lighting this candle for all those that had a really bad day yesterday. We're not just taking life day by day. We've decided, haven't we, to take life moment by moment. Keep going. You've got this. I'm going to blow the candle out. There we are. Still keeping people in my heart, even though the candle's blown out. And some of you have shared with me that you've started to light a candle every day as well. That's really lovely. So we can think or pray or do whatever we do for our friends, relatives, our friends that we've met here in this wonderful community. Well, have a lovely week, and I do hope that you get a little bit of time that you feel that you're able to create. Take care, everyone. Shall we give Freddie a treat? Oh, did you see his face there? I know that word he says. Yeah, I'm having my fig biscuit. Would you like a little morning biscuit? Have you had a little drink of water yet, Freddie, for the day? There you go, my little lovely. Oh, this has been lovely. Really lovely, thank you. Thank you for spending this time with us. Right, I'll put the phone down. No, you put the phone down. Take care, everyone. Bye. Oh dear, I don't know. I'm at Ben's.
Hold on a sec, let me just click on. Oh, look.
I know.
He's laid down.
I know,
next
we're
to Mum.
cozy. We're at Ben's. Oh, Ben.
Oh, yeah,
I've got my cup of tea in my own mug here. Cafe 77.
Where's the 77?
70.
Oh, yeah,
Cafe 77. Yeah. Yes.
Good cafe.
It is an excellent cafe.
gorgeous?
Is it an elf?
Mm.
He's a good boy.
He is.
Just had his dentist stick.
Mm. I've got my needle threader. No, I'm messing it up. We've done that
we
before.
want the vlog to be real. This happens sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Stuff happens, Ben. Yeah. Oh, dear.
Outside.
Can you do a top down as well? I'm getting demanding.
You are, God. And we've got Freddie in as well.
I think you're at the wrong angle if you come there. I think you have to come behind me, surely.
Do you see what I have to put up with? I'm not stopping recording, you're keeping all of this. Well, you're going to have to edit it.
Oh. You obviously need direction with your camera work. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're not looking at the camera.
I'm not. I'm looking at my sewing. Oh, dear. Oh, and my needles come undone.
It's nice.
Thank you.
Little love heart.
Mm.